Only two crews are left to battle it out for the championship. They come from different sides of the world, but Antibodies and We Are Heroes endured everything that was thrown at them. And tonight, on our 100% live season finale, one crew is taking home the title and the cash. We're about to find out who is America's best dance crew.
Tonight our crews have to win back the judges by rocking the stages once again. This time the task is to represent a mechanism in the immune system. Here on American Immune Crew. I forgot.
Okay. The task is to demonstrate some aspect of the immune system, make it creative, specific, and incorporate a process.
We got this, man. Go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all doing nothing. Okay, y'all, listen up. Look, this week our crew is chosen to illustrate a mechanism that occurs in your immune system. Okay, so we're choosing to show how an antibody fights off a pathogen.
Alright, but before we work on the choreography, I think we need to clear some things up. I didn't realize the immune system was so complex. Doesn't it all just have to work off the antibodies?
Actually, no. There's actually two parts of the immune system. There's innate immunity and adaptive immunity, like we're adaptive explosion, and that's the part that has the antibodies.
So what's the difference? Is one of them better than the other?
Well, not exactly. See, it's how they work. Okay, not exactly. See, there's a difference between how they work and how fast they work. Innate immunity kicks in right after your infection, but it's not very specific. Adaptive immunity, see, it takes a while for it to get fired up, but once it does, it adapts, and the infection and the pathogen is knocked out.
Very good team, and if you don't have them both, you're in serious trouble.
I got it. So since we're focusing on antibodies, I think we allow the judges if we gave them the complete story, such as from the minute that the antibody is made to when the pathogen is destroyed, so they'll know what's going on.
Agreed. So we'll start before the infection as a B cell. Then we'll turn it to a plasma cell once we sense the pathogen.
But what's a plasma cell?
Cell is a B cell that has been activated to secrete the antibodies. See, the B cells have receptors in their membranes. During an infection, the B cells differentiate into the plasma cell, which secretes a soluble form of its receptor, the antibody.
But don't confuse the B cell with the T cell. They're both a part of adaptive immunity, but they perform different roles, and they don't secrete antibodies.
Great. So we start out as a cell, and then the pathogen comes in, we mobilize, we take them down. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, and that way, the pathogen will bind to the antibody, or excuse me, the antibody to the pathogen, and from there we can highlight the structure of the antibody.
But what does an antibody look like?
Well,
What's it made of? So what is an antibody? Like, what does it look like?
well, antibody is made of 4 polypeptides, 2 identical heavy chains and 2 identical light chains. The chains are connected by disulfide bonds, and they form a Y shape.
So, wait, how do we show binding?
Well, at the top of that Y, there are these 2 variable regions, and they're made of several loops that combine to form a very specific antigen binding site. And they recognize specific chemical properties on the antigen, usually referred to as epitopes.
Yeah, y'all, when he says specific, he means specific. I mean, one antibody can only bind to one antigen, and that works for that. And so when we do this, we have to be precise. So we're going to use Leo's feet as the binding sites for the antibody, and those are what are going to hook up to the pathogen.
What's the bottom of the antibody used for?
Okay, so the bottom of the Y, or the constant region, is used to bind an effector cell, like the B cell, that can then engulf and destroy the pathogen. So here's a story. We jam it as the cell, and then Leo, let's see. He tags our man, then tags us, and it's a wrap for the pathogen.
Yeah, that's just us.
Man, you're knowledgeable. It seems like you've been taking stuff out.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
can I get to the?
Did you get the paper?
Oh, I'm trying to have a whole time.
It's like, man, you gotta take care of those, man. For real, man. We can't have them.
Yeah, it's like the body state.
Adaptive Explosion is kicking it off with an antibody representation. Can they pull it off with a mass mix of go hard or go home? Here they are. Adaptive Explosion!
Stop looking at what you ain't got. Start being thankful for what you do got. Let's get it to him, baby girl. Hey. That's
Take the wrong turn and get your whole dog out. Man goes over me like stars we get high like that with Scooby Doo. I whiskey I get. I ain't got no patience here, but I'm a couple of cycles short of a combination. Get on your head like a scouts dope deals like one style. You can't swim before metal power want the fast one. I won't make $6 an hour. From the ruler to the dealer, use the driver down the shooter over you. That's what my crew. Overreaction, psychosis, trill, phone sidekicks, and ringtones. Go hard, I go hard.
I made it real clear that the pathogen was not welcome, and how y'all mobilized to fight it off was really impressive. Y'all really got a specific antibody to attach to those antigen receptors. You know, you really paid attention in detail to that, and the performance was really creative. Hope to see y'all next week, and Adaptive Explosion is in the building, y'all. Give it up.
Yeah, that was hot, real hot. Y'all really brought it to another energetic and detailed performance. I agree with Shane over here. The transitions was a little weak, but they was great. Y'all brought it, and I respect how y'all did so much to keep the loops were specific to the antigens. The B cells was activated to the plasma cells, and y'all really adapted. I hope y'all make it to the top.
Well, like they said, it was impressive. But you didn't give us insight into the clonal selection process that is so important to the adaptive system. Remy, you were an excellent pathogen just invading foreign territory. Leo, you did an excellent job letting the cells secrete you from being just a surface immunoglobulin. The all-white to represent the B cells was ingenious. Who came up with that? But my last acknowledgement was to that Y-shaped antibody and how the heavy and light chain was represented. I can definitely see you guys taking this home.